Hello everybody, my name is Tasman and welcome to another NZ Wild Adventure. So we're just going to be doing a day hunt today, so it is nearly 9 o'clock, but I've started walking like an hour and a half ago, just through the easement. There's a spot that I came to about 4 months ago, so hopefully we'll get onto a deer or maybe a pig. We'll see what we can find, but no stress, but the freezer is looking particularly empty, so something on the ground would be very nice. Just going to head up this little hill a bit and do a bit of walking around and stuff, see what we can find. Well, it looks like I managed to leave my soles behind. Oh well. Reckon I'll do a wet boots day today. Good bit of deer sign here. It's also actually pretty cold, so it'd be kind of nice if the sun came out, but hopefully it will later, and this cloud will lift. Deer up there, maybe a kilometre away. It's cool to see some animals so early in the day, but it looks kind of bushy TV up there, so I'll probably just head up the way that I was going to go, which is a bit more clear, similar to the way that I went last time. Gonna head up here and then hopefully here when the cloud clears. Up the creek. Definitely a few pigs around. Well, nothing obvious running around here, and those deer that I saw earlier seem to have disappeared into the bushes. The two deer that I saw were way over there somewhere. So I think I might head up here and then cut across the valley through this burnt forest and over on that side of that ridge. It's pretty large and very fresh. It's getting kind of hot. The wind is honestly kind of all over the place. At the moment it's going directly up the hill, which is the direction that I'm going. They're going to duck into the forest soon, so hopefully there's less wind. Into the forest. This is not what I signed up for. It's probably like 5 to 10 year old regrowth and it's very thick. So the going is very slow, but hopefully when I get down to the valley it'll be much clearer. And I'll just shoot up that bit that's sort of burnt and that should be much more open. These ones are cool. Ah, looks like a bit of a slip which I can walk down. There's a few bees around actually. I thought they'd be wasps, but they're actually honeybees. There's a bit more like it. Very steep gorge. Sticky. I must say that was rather unpleasant, but we made it down to this little river, and then it should be fairly easy going up it, and we'll head up that side of it and then sort of walk around the tops a bit more. I'm quite keen to check out that burnt forest. It looks quite cool from a distance, so we just need to have a look up close. There's a little bit of deer sign, but it's mostly quite old, so I don't know how many animals there are running around at the moment. But we're just going to head up here all the way to the ridge. It's about 400 meters elevation because the wind's going directly that way, so it's probably not really worth walking up that way. And then up there the clouds are going that way, so I bet you the wind's going exactly the wrong way again. But oh well. So much charcoal. Fair amount to burn. It's quite cool that that forest didn't burn though. Are these interesting looking mushrooms? Oops. Boy, oy, oy, oy. It's a fair amount of grass actually under the burnt forest. Just broken out of the burnt forest, now into the burnt shrubs, I guess. Nothing really going on those tops. It's been interesting. So I'll just peek over here. Right, there's 2 deer done by 2 o'clock. To be honest, I'm a bit disappointed by the shooting. They're probably only 20 or 30 metres away, but they both took 2 shots each. It just got a bit exciting as they crested the hill and they were right there, so I just had to load the rifle and shoot. I shot the first one and I thought I killed it because it dropped and stopped moving. And then the other 2 started around anyway, so I decided to shoot another one. Which I did, but I'm pretty sure that I knew as soon as I shot that I shot it a bit far back. So I immediately reloaded and shot it again, and then it went down. But then I noticed that the first one that I shot started moving again. But the magazine only holds 3 rounds, so I had to take the backpack off and get the rest of the rounds from the top of my backpack, reload the rifle and get down on the bipod and shoot it. So it was probably over in a minute, but still not ideal. But I guess these things happen, but I'm just glad that they didn't get away wounded, which would be the worst case. But yeah, happy to have some venison on the ground. So yeah, just nice female yearling in the hind. Well, it's now 4 o'clock. Just done most of the butchering. Just cooling it off now. I'll do the legs after lunch and burying those carcasses. But nice. Why is the ground so soft? Well, in spite of the poor shooting, it's actually really good meat recovery. Got all 8 legs and quite a few bones on them, and the back steaks and neck brisket, quite a lot on the side of the ribs as well. So yeah, it's gonna be heavy pack out, but should be good. Well, this tree that someone has stumped up is the perfect spot for a little cooker because it's getting kind of windy. It's lovely. Right, let's finish off these legs, get it packed up. This wood is so soft. Wash my hands. And yes, they're getting cleaner. Plenty enough hunting for today. Well, I'm really glad that I don't have any camping gear to take out because that is a fat bag of meat. I don't know how much it weighs, but quite a lot. I'm sort of wondering why I took so many bones, but they'll be yummy back home. And it's only maybe 6 k's back to the car because I'll do a bit of a different route. But it's 5:30 now, and the meat's nice and cool, so I'll just pack up everything and then head out. Not too bad. Honestly, not as bad as I was expecting. I will have a weigh up at home, but probably 50 or so kilos. All packed up. Let's go. So that's where I need to go, but there's cliffs all the way along here and quite thick bush there and more cliffs and stuff, so I'm just going to have to head down into this gully, down and then along the river, and then the car's through there. It was actually my first hunting trip after my laser eye surgery, and it's been awesome. Just bringing my binoculars up to my eyes and then down and then being able to see stuff and then bringing them back. It was so good. Like before I had to push my glasses up and I was interfering with the hat and GoPro. But none of that. And it's probably going to get dark later too, before I get back to the car. And no chance of any glasses fogging up, so pretty stoked. Came down through here, hopefully there's no cliff just there. Came down from all the way up there, along this ridge, through these trees. Just a little bit further down to that river, and then that joins into the main river. This downhill is super grueling, but nearly there, and should be much easier along the gravel on the river flats. We'll have to do quite a lot of river crossings though, and the river's probably at least knee high, splashing up to sort of mid to high thigh, and so it'll be interesting when it's dark. Maybe 400 metres away. Not surprised at all to see more deer down here actually, but it would have been nice to get him because it was very hard walking down that hill. But we're nearly on the river flats now, so it should be much easier. Much easier. Plenty of deer sign. Very cool rocks. There's a couple more deer. There's deer, we're just up there. Oh, made it. 10:37. Not too bad. Man, am I glad I left these in the car. Oh, well, it's 10:40, so time to head back home. Probably a little over 2 hours, so gonna be late, but it's all good. It was still a fun trip. It was very challenging, but that's the way I like it. Took 5 hours to go about 10 kilometers back to the car. Just the river crossings were a little deeper than I was expecting, and it was dark, so I was just taking it quite cautiously. And the downhill took quite a long time, bit of a trudge. But yeah, I've got work tomorrow and I didn't have any camping gear, so couldn't stay the night. Even though that would have been quite nice. But yeah, glad I got out. So I weigh 90.4, 90.6, and with the backpack, 56 kilos. But if you enjoyed the episode, please like the video and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you in the next adventure. I'm tired.